Okay guys, so this is the video you've been waiting for. This is the comparison, okay? This is the Xbox One S version right here. Just to show you, just so you know. There. We'll keep it like this, in this position, like this. And then I'm going to switch. I'll get it closer to my TV. I'll keep it like this. And then in about 3 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and change it to PlayStation 4 Pro in this exact same position in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. PlayStation 4 Pro version right here, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but I clearly can see a much higher textures and the peak brightness is much better than opposed to a Xbox One S version. And yes, this is the PlayStation 4 Pro version right here. I'm showing it to you just so you guys know that I'm not bullshitting. So in about we'll keep it like this, hold on, like right here. So in about 4 seconds we're gonna use the same exact position right here, and then we're going to switch it back to Xbox One S. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the Xbox One S version, and I don't know if you guys can see this. You know, I might have to zoom in a little bit closer to show you the difference. Okay, this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'll have to get closer to my TV. Okay, and I'll keep my camera like this, and I want you to keep an eye on the character right here. Okay, like this. I want you to keep an eye on the character like this, and then I'm gonna switch it back to PlayStation 4 Pro. Keep an eye on these jaggies right here. See these jaggies right here by the helmet? Keep an eye on that, and in about 3 seconds I'm going to switch back to a PlayStation 4 Pro version. 1, 2, 3, 4. PlayStation 4 Pro version. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it just looks 100 times better. 100 times better. You see more detail here. The reason you see more detail is because the character, it's being rendered at the high resolution. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I'll keep the character like this, and in about 2 seconds I'm gonna switch to the Xbox One S version. 1, 2. Here's the Xbox One S version. I don't know if you guys can see this with the camera. It's really hard to show this through camera lens, but believe me, the resolution is much blurrier here. Everything's more blurrier than opposed to a PlayStation 4 Pro version. But let's find another scenery that's better. Alright, we're still on the Xbox One S version, and let's keep it like this, overlooking the spaceship. And in about 3 seconds I'm gonna switch back to PlayStation 4 Pro. 1, 2, 3, 4. PlayStation 4 Pro version. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I get much better detail here. The shining on the helmet, the detail on the armor, and there's barely any jagged edges on the ship. So it just overall looks better on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, we're still on the PlayStation 4 Pro version. So I'm going to keep it like this, and then in about 3 seconds I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the Xbox One S version so you guys can see it. 1, 2, 3. And here is the Xbox One S version. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going to be impossible for you guys to see it. But believe me when I tell you that there is a much bigger difference in vividness, in sharpness, and in overall textures on the PlayStation 4 Pro version. But here, let's keep it like this. Let's keep it right here, and then let's switch it back to PlayStation 4 Pro in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let's do it one more time. Let's switch it to PlayStation 4 Pro in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And it's just overall better, man. It's more cleaner. You know what I mean? It's much cleaner. Everything looks cleaner. Let's keep it like this, and let's go back to Xbox One S, and you will see just how much of this detail you're going to lose. Just look at the jagginess. There's barely any jagginess here. There's no jaggies here. Everything's detailed. So let's go ahead and let's switch back to the Xbox One S in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There it is. And honestly, it just looks more flat, looks more blurry. The picture is not as clean as PlayStation 4 Pro version. Everything's more blurrier. Believe me when I tell you guys. Alright, let's go find something up close with the characters so we can examine the characters. Alright, this is still Xbox One S. And I purposely did this because I want you guys to see these jaggies. How present these jaggies are on the Xbox One S version. I'll keep it like this just so you know that these jaggies are present. Here, let me zoom out, and they're still present. And I have to zoom in just to show you how present they are. Because of the low textures, barely any filtering, and then you get the lousy 900p. Okay, so in about 3 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to a PlayStation 4 Pro version. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, on PlayStation 4 Pro, there's barely any jaggies present here. Barely any jaggies. Even on that ship, you don't see any jaggies. And even on the helmet, there's barely... I mean, there's some, but not that much. And that's what PlayStation 4 Pro can do. It just makes it look better. Because what it does, it uses all these graphical enhancements to help it look smoother. You know, enhancements like anti-aliasing and stuff like that. Okay, we're still on PlayStation 4 Pro. Let's take this, the Tempest, on this exact same position right here, and let's switch it back to Xbox One S in about 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are, Xbox One S, and just look how blurry, look how jagged and blurry everything is on the Xbox One S. It looks god-awful. And look, when I switch back to PlayStation 4 Pro, everything will look much neater and cleaner when I switch back to PlayStation 4 Pro in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I mean, come on, it's like night and day. It's like night and day. Night and day. Barely any jagged edges, smoother. And look, when I go back to the Xbox One S, look what happens in about 3 seconds. Actually 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are, Xbox One S. It looks god-awful. Look at the jagged edges down there, how blurry it is. It just looks god-awful. It's just not that good. It's just not that good. Alright, let's do one more test. This is the same exact location next to the ship. This is the Xbox One S version. Look how blurry this title letter is next to the this container. And look what happens when I switch back to PlayStation 4 Pro in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I mean, look, it looks more cleaner. It just looks more cleaner on the PlayStation 4 Pro. It just looks more cleaner. And I'll keep it like this, and I'll switch back to Xbox One S, and you will see just how more detailed and cleaner this is on the PlayStation 4 Pro. This is the Pro version. It looks just how but ugly the Xbox One S version is. Sorry, guys. I mean, just look. It looks flat. It looks but ugly. It's just not that good on the Xbox One S version. And look what happens when I change it to PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm going to end this video by changing it to PlayStation 4 Pro. And just look how good it is. Thank you for watching the video in about 3 seconds. Actually 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Much cleaner, much better. PlayStation 4 Pro version, man. The detail is much better here. Everything looks better.